Day 80. Yep. Fine. Blah, blah, blah. Made it to day 80, everybody. Yep. Well, uh, so on my 80th day, on my 80th watch, on I think 4 days after yeah. So I don't know if you could hear me. I think it was hard to understand. So I will, because I had it really close to my mouth. So I'll say it again in a way you'll understand that on day 80, watch 80, yes, my 80th watch of Adam's Family Values, 4 days after the initial release of information saying that Adam's Family Values was being released on 4K, I on this watch. Hold on, I'm trying to get my hair out of my face. Ah, okay. On this watch of it, which I've already said all the numbering, I noticed that they. I noticed that they are. I noticed that that uh, Debbie is just always pissed. I'm trying to remember the other names here. They'll poop down my mind. Morticia is. So again, I realized, but in a different way, that Morticia and Debbie are kind of two sides of the same coin. Morticia is a relationship that works right, that is built on love. She is the equal of dominance and love and desire. She is dominance and desire. Debbie is just pure lust. Wednesday is patience and realizing her purpose in life. Um, uh, I'm thinking. I'm thinking of something. Um, well, normally I do these by myself, but I don't know. I think. Mm, I think at the end, I think probably. I think probably. But normally I do these by myself, so I'm saying what I think on my 80th watch on this. But yeah, so audience, I got a unique offer for the Fairy King to deliver his insight on this. So he'll be giving his insight on his yeah, okay. Just I'll invite you in, but when when I'm done. Um, so as I was saying, it is that that in the beginning, Wednesday doesn't know her purpose. She first feels that she's going to be replaced, but then Debbie helps her realize that she needs to kill Love. Well. Actually, first she goes there because she feels that Love trapped her there, but then she finds her own love. But then she realizes that the way to she realizes that love can be bad and that she doesn't want to feel trapped by it, so she ends up killing Love, which is killing her lover. But and that's she realizes her purpose at the end of it. So that is what I feel would have led to the third one, which most likely would have led to her leading the camp, which would have shown like her after probably high school years, taking place around with her still leading them all, being the head chief, and not letting anyone close enough for her to fall in love. So that's why Phil would have been in the third one. But yeah, I'll invite him up. Hold on. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah. So I think that Pugsley most likely would have ended up as the I don't like her bodyguard or or I don't know, maybe the chef. Maybe the chef. He would have wound up to be a chef making things like you know and and probably in his free time stealing the speed limiter or those signs he always stole in the first one. But yeah, so there's hints of that all in there because and there's a part in the second one, Elves Valley Values, where she where he where he's asking her a question, she's telling him an answer, and he just accepts it. So in this one, you see that he's becoming more subservient to her. Like it starts out with them competing, but then he's following her lead, and he's helping her when it comes to trying to assassinate the baby. So it's kind of opening up that he is being subservient to her. So she, in the future, would kind of be the boss of him, and kind of, I guess you could say, her lurch. Yeah. So I'll invite him on to give his thoughts. So everyone remember, these were my thoughts and what popped in my head after watching it for 80 times, 80 watches, 80 times, 80 days of watching it. So I'm going to invite him on and he'll say what he thinks. Hold on. I guess, I'm going to have to send this to you in a text, I think. 1 second. Copy. Where's that thing? Where's the Hold on, people. I sent him the invite. Accept the invite. Well, just waiting. He asked everybody, so I'm just waiting for him to show up like he asked for. Oh, wait, nope, he's not there yet. Waiting on the Fairy King. We're waiting on the Fairy King to find my invite because he asked to join. Oh, hold on. I sent it to your text. I sent it to your text number. Your text. I sent the link to his text. He should receive it and join. I'm just waiting till he finds it and clicks join and shows up. Oh, there he is. Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
Hello? Hello?
We can all hear you now.
Hello, everyone. Hello?
So, so what's your opinion on this wonderful film that I've watched for 80 days now in a row? Hello? Hold on. Hold on. Uh, are you saying something? I can't hear you.
Hello?
Now I can hear you. Okay. So, what do you think of the, so what do you think of the film that I've watched for 80 days in a row?
I've always liked the Addams Family.
Well, but we're talking about Adam's Family Values. What's your opinion on this one?
What I have seen of the first film, I really loved,
But we're talking about the second
and
one.
and uh, what I think you said about Pugsley is correct. I could tell in the first one that he was showing signs of that.
But have you seen the second one?
No, I have not, but I have seen clips of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in the second one, he even goes along with her plan, and uh, her plan includes, well, she ends up, so when she's at the camp, there's this kind of cheerleader type girl there, and she ends up getting them all, like, she gets all the kids that are kind of the misfits and all that, and she trains them to become that, like, these little Indians that, like, with a bow and arrow and all this other stuff, and she gets them to just, you know, get this, what do you call it, like, gets them to, wow, one of those things that the Indians would do to the cowboys, just totally kicks their butt in a way, but differently. You'd have to watch it to understand it. But like totally those things like at Custer's Last Stand. That's what they did to the and they got it so that the cheerleader type was unprotected and she was able to get her tied up to a post and got got it to where she just had to light a match and she was gonna roast her alive. She even put an apple in her mouth. So yeah, and you see her light the match, and you see her the girl's reaction, and she's screaming with the apple in her mouth. But she had really, really been a certain way to Wednesday and Pugsley because they were the odd ones out. It was a preppy, camp, and Debbie had convinced them to send Pugsley and Wednesday to there. So she finally gets her revenge. And even to the extent that when her and her boyfriend have to part, that she fell in love with there, um, they're like, Bob will always have her retainer. So it's like it's this big contraption thing. It's like this metal thing that goes around in a circle. So it's like that it took a lot of effort to get off. So it's not just like a little mouthpiece. This is something from like 1993, which was hard to get off. So it's like, because so yeah, it's like they were really explaining in a way they couldn't go graphically that she had burned, that you see her lighting the thing and she's screaming her head off. So she's gonna, the fact the grin on Wednesday's face, a pure delight, of the evil delight, really, in the way that the other one is screaming shows that she does end up doing that, and the fact that they have a retainer that only a dentist could remove, safely, and well, and so and then the studio had to. It was horrible. I mean, if you watch closely, there's a scene where you see the preppy girl in the airplane with her parents, but it's not. It just feels like it was tacked on because number one, nobody's talking in the airplane where the where that cheerleader type girl is always being the snooty, but she's just sitting there. All the parents just sitting there quiet as the grave when that's nothing like they were earlier in the film. I mean, it's just like, so it just, yeah. So, yeah, but yeah. So since you hadn't seen the film, the second one, yeah, it's really different because you know how in the first one they had the guy, the guy dancing with Wednesday in the during the during that party when Fester was back.
Yes, I believe that was one of her cousins.
Yes, it was cousin Lumpy. He had the hunch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he came back for Fester's wedding, but she did not have to dance with him because she brought her boyfriend with her. And so Wednesday was in a outfit just like Morticia was in the first one, and the way that her boyfriend was dressed up was he was in a suit and a yarmulke, so he must have worn his that suit you wear for your bar mitzvah, because because it was a bar mitzvah suit and yarmulke. So that's what he wore to Fester's wedding. And so it was really interesting to see that Wednesday was actually at a event like that she did not have to dance with her with cousin Lumpy, and it was interesting. And they showed a bit more of the family, and it was interesting. And the fact that they have two twins that are like look like they're around like 20-ish, sitting in the front row. They're like white faced, like it looks like they're wearing like a pound of goop on their face, like their face is like a clown white with these bright red lips. We're talking about like about as thick as a clown. The whiteness and the I can only imagine how it's gonna look in 4K. Yeah, yeah. Oh, can't wait. That wedding's gonna look spectacular in 4K. But yeah, the just so you know, they do show that one. They show the furry guy again. Remember how the little furry, that you know how she ends up with that creature in the end, the wife of the judge.
Yes.
She's in this one a lot, kind of. She's in a couple scenes, and they really are important scenes. Like Like she's in there when like the baby's born, and then she is there when I believe so, and then she's there when during the birthday party scene. And um, no. I think she's. I think no. I think she's there for the wedding or the. I don't know. I don't know. Well, she's there in like two scenes, but they're really iconic scenes. And but what can I say? Even after watching it 80 times, the scenes for her in it, they're not the kind that stick in the mind, but they're iconic in a way. Like you, you don't remember where in the movie she is, but you remember the importance of each scene that she's in. But the like the first scene there she's in is when she introduces you to her child. But no, that's in the second scene. Oh, well, see, that's what I'm saying. Her appearances are memorable, but you don't really remember what it's about or anything. She's just kind of like a third-rate character. But I'd say second-rate because everyone else is pretty much important. Like she's just there to move along the plot. But she's she's at least peppy. She's the peppiest. She's true peppy. Debbie is fake peppy, but and the cheerleader is uh bitch peppy, and the yeah, and there's another one. Oh, okay. So the wife of the judge is the real puppy. The other one is that is been third. There's another one. There's a third puppy. I can't remember who. Oh, and the cheerleader. No, I already mentioned the cheerleader. There's another one. Oh, it's around there. I just can't think of who the third Peppy is. There's someone in there that's third Peppy. I can't think. It's gonna bug me. But the grandmother is in it, and that's good. She actually puts a curse on the one, but we never see the curse take hold. But I think that could be right that it comes back, at the very end. But it's just her hand popping up and scaring the husbands. Not husband, but scaring. Oh, by talking about it, I realized what the curse was. The curse that the or as she's referred to, grandmama puts on Debbie earlier in the film. And yes, everybody, this counts as what I noticed during my 80th watch because it if I did not realize it, it wouldn't have popped in my head so easily. It just I didn't know until I talked about it. But it was in there. It was in my noggin. And it was I guess you could say like the Adams Family child. It was conceived during my 80th watch of Adams Family Values, and it only fruitioned just like the child does at the end of the film. Uh, After he has the birthday, the for me to realize it that the curse that mom that grandmama puts on Debbie in the film ends up being a curse that makes it so that she will have to serve Adams, which I think she probably did to Tully in the first one, which I pointed out is the only way that by bringing Tully back is the only way that Adams would have the actual cash and not the Blooms to send Wednesday and Bugsley into the other camp, and for Fester to be able to have the cash to get the book that he reads in the movie, and for Wednesday and Bugsley to have the money for Lurch to go and get them the book. Sorry, not book, the Cabbage Patch doll. You know, because they need cash to do that. They can't just walk into Toys R Us and give them doubloons. So they needed Tully to do that. So I feel that Grandmama did that to Tully in the first film, and then when he betrayed her or them, the curse was activated once he died. And I feel that that when we see her do the curse on Debbie, that the curse was for her to help them and serve them when she comes back. and that would fit in with how she ended up helping Wednesday to, since there was already the grave was already there, the grave was already engraved, and the body was buried. And at the end, Wednesday doesn't want to fall in love, doesn't want love to cause what she saw happen to Fester. So she gets Debbie's hand to come out of the grave and scare him to death, thereby killing her love, thereby freeing her from love. Because Debbie taught her that love is not something she wants to be controlled by. So, yeah. And so, if I may ask the Fairy King, does it sound like I have indeed watched this 80 times in a row?
Yes, it does.
You can only imagine what's done by Saki. So, in your opinion, since you know the kind of music they have in the film, don't you agree that it just really was kind of like Tim Burton is like really close to the Batman music? Like a real gothy feel, like gothy but classical to it.
Yes.
They continued that. The second one had no like soundtrack or like it basically was all orchestra and all that, except for the song during the play that I think you would actually get a kick out of. Pugsley even does he makes sounds like no. Well, you have to listen to it. Maybe later you could watch the play scene, but oh, it's magnificent. Though, yeah, hold on. uh, not feeling the great people, but I'm doing this anyway. Hold on. Okay, okay. So, uh, did you see that? Do you see who's in the chat? He's not there now, but I can't believe it. He showed up again. He left everybody, but Milton was back. Ah, so I guess uh, can't believe it. Wow, everybody. He normally doesn't make it. The last appearance he made was like, what was it, Fairy King? 9 months ago.
More than 9 months ago.
Wow.
It's been almost a year since we've heard anything from him.
Well, he doesn't seem to be in there anymore, but well, at least we can say he showed up again. So, for everybody that's not aware, he had showed up to our second showing of Casper, and he made a short, tiny little cameo in this one. So, he must be a fan of Christina Ricci, or or maybe he's a fan of well, let's face it, with the amount of views, I'd say it's pretty short up for Christina Ricci. I don't know. Well, because when you think about it, that's the only one he made an appearance in. But I don't know. But I will say, can't wait for this to come out in 4K. It's gonna be amazing. But I will say, I do like the makeup they do differently in this one. It's like on Fester's face, it does look a little bit more natural. But I'll tell you something that's interesting, and that is the UK already has a it's already released digitally a 4K version but it's only digitally the 4K, but only people in like only people in the United Kingdom can watch it in 4K on digital because there's such a thing as regional art.
Yes.
But it's just So they already have it, and the early people that got a chance to look at it are saying that it's, they still prefer how it looks on the UK digital. But I think that probably means that the 4K release isn't going to be as crisp. But I think it'll be a drastic improvement to the DVD quality we've had. But the yeah, actually, the UK have had it on 4K digitally for a number of years. So yeah, but yeah, nobody really talked about it because it was just, but yeah. But yeah, I cannot wait. It's gonna be magical when we get it at 4K. I cannot wait. But be warned, people, other YouTubers who are gonna get a digital copy. Sorry, what I mean is they're gonna get screeners, they're gonna get it first and all that, but I'm not gonna watch those videos. I'm definitely just gonna wait. I'm gonna, and yes, I already saw little snippets on Blu-ray.com to see what the transfer is gonna be, and I'm happy with it. But I will say what people are not talking about is when it shows the special features, it's showing the DVD back, the back of the DVD. So I think they're keeping it a secret on what the special features are going to be for the second film. Because if you look on the Amazon listing, you look at the bottom corner of the left, you'll see that you'll see that you'll see the words DVD. And that's because they're showing the special features for the DVD of it and not the 4K. So like I said, I think they're definitely going to be keeping it a secret until they get sent until YouTubers get sent it from the studio. Because it's definitely probably on their wish list to be sent to review it. But yeah, I'll be waiting to see what the special features are until I receive it. But yeah, really looking forward to that release. I mean, I'm so tempted. I think I'm actually going to cancel my copy of the Poltergeist. Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, I was going to get the second one, but I think I'll wait till later on to get the Poltergeist because I just really just want to focus on the other one. I mean, I have it on DVD. I have Poltergeist 2 and 3 on DVD. And that's all I need for now. I mean, I can get that one later on. But what I really want to see the upgrade on is Addams Family Values. My favorite PG-13 horror film. Yep. Can you believe it's PG-13? Oh, that's right. You didn't see it yet. But if you would, you would.
The Poltergeist or Adam's Family
Addams,
Values 2?
yeah, but Addams Family Values is PG-13. But, but.
Yes, I knew there was PG-13.
Okay. I'm just saying that, well, since there's like scenes where the house explodes and scenes where a baby is using a knife to cut through a door, yeah, it, yeah, some scenes may make you think that it may need to be rated R. There's even a scene where you see Wednesday drink poison. Yeah, voluntarily. And yeah, so it's yeah, but yeah, I don't yeah, I yeah, so like I said in earlier videos, that's what I'm gonna watch as it gets closer to Halloween. Well, that's what I am doing. So I'm just saying that I'm just gonna keep watching that one. That's gonna be my main focus. And yes, I'll watch the other films as it gets closer to Halloween. I may even watch the Poltergeist uh, 2 on DVD. No, I already did that earlier this year. Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know. I think I still have quite a few films I can watch for as it gets closer to spooky season. Besides continuing to watch this, because I'm going to continue to do this all the way to 365. Yeah, and Yeah. Sadly, I don't think Milton's coming back for now, but I am tickled. I am so tickled. I am thoroughly tickled that Milton returned. So I will say, until he returns, we will be waiting on Milton. Do do do. Waiting on Milton. What will we do? Oof. Been so long since you ever sing that song. Oh, very King.
Yes.
Well, I hope he watches the playback. That's for sure. Well, hmm. So I will say, hmm. So were you, well, since you knew they did a second one, were you surprised that they never did a third one in Addams Family Values?
No, I wasn't surprised.
Well, it was during the time when, I mean, did you know that I think it was 93 also when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #3 came out? In the early 90s, they were all about sequels. I mean, even Back to the Future did a part three. So I think it's really surprising that they didn't do a part three. But I, I don't know. I really think that when it comes down to it, I really think until we get a behind the scenes thing or a video on, maybe it'll be a behind the scenes feature on the disc, them talking about who was the holdup, who got them to not do it. Because when you think about it, it goes from, I mean, we see Christina Ricci later in Casper, because first she did this in 91, then in 93, the second one came out, and then we see her in Casper in 95. So there was room and time. She could have done #3 or waited till after Casper. Like she could have done a film after, but well, her career really took off after Casper. But so she could have done a part 3. I don't know, but I really think that the holdup was Pugsley because she Christina Ricci probably got paid more for her role in this one, and Pugsley really didn't get a lot of screen time. I mean, didn't get a lot of lines. So I think it was Pugsley that, since he did not get a lot of lines, #2, not as much screen time as the other. I think that I think that he just didn't want to come back, and in those days they weren't really at the recasting. Everyone noticed when they recasted Darren and Bewitched, so I think that that's what did it, because I think Christina Ricci wasn't like Macaulay Culkin. I think she really would have come back. Either that or yeah, because they didn't even do an animated one. They didn't. I don't think. I don't think even you heard about an animated Addams Family show, but they did do an animated Casper show, right?
Yes.
So I think that if she would have been okay for that, I think she would have been okay for Addams Family, but an animated TV show at the very least. So I think again, it was Pugsley because he didn't sign off on it. I, I really think it was the actor that played Pugsley, because really, I don't think you ever saw him in anything else other than this, pretty much, right?
No.
So I think that he just got greedy and was like, people, so I think it all comes down to him that he didn't want to come back. And since Rob Julian was diagnosed with the cancer, and his last film was the that one film, Street Fighter, I think they were like, well, if two were not going to come back because one died, there's no sense of doing a third one. So, but yeah, because really, Pugsley got the worst end of the movie with the least amount of lines and the least amount of everything else. So I mean, heck, they did not even show him when he had his own bunk. They didn't show him much when he was at the camp, except when he's hanging out with Wednesday and her boyfriend in a scene trading cards. And yeah, so I really think it was the actor that played Pugsley that was like, nope, not doing a part 3. But yeah, all these things I noticed doing these things for this long. But yeah, day 80 days and 80 watches of Addams Family Values. Yep. Um. Yep. As you see, Milton didn't come back. Well. Well, everybody that will watch this later on, hopefully before I die, I hope you know that until the future, and as these ones go from stream 80, day 80, watch 80, all the way to 365, we will be waiting on Milton, do. Waiting on Milton, we know what we'll do. Ha! Oh, and to anybody that's interested, Furry King has a website and a store that is perfect for your Halloween and spooky season needs. How about you tell the good folks of the future what your website is and how to reach you?
I have a second Instagram account. You can find it at the Fairy Cove Shop on Instagram. And my website link is listed in my main Instagram account.
So there you have it. There you have it, people. And so yeah, well, on to 81. I'll be watching it. I'll be watching it tomorrow, and then I will do my 81st stream. Yep. So on to 81, and all the way to 365.